This is Hassan Ayariga. He is a Ghanaian politician, a businessman, an accountant. This is the man who is masterminding the fracas and division or inciting Ghanaians against Nigerians living in Ghana. You see, this man is an hypocrite. This man contested for the position of president under the All People's Congress, a political party which he founded and is currently the leader to become the president of Ghana in 2016. But he failed woefully because he does not have the credentials to become the president of Ghana. When you listen to this man speaks, you know that this man is not very intelligent. He is so lackadaisical. He lacks interpersonal skills. You see, this man is such an hypocrite when he criticizes Nigerians or criticizes foreigners living in Ghana. You see, this man have not told Ghanaians that he once lived in Ghana, in Nigeria, sorry. This man lived in Nigeria when the Hillary man administration, which was the 8th president of Ghana, was overthrown by Jerry Rawlings. This man and his parents lived in northern Nigeria, Zaria to be precise, when the government of Hillary was overthrown by Jerry Rawlings. So this man is Nigerian has been a benefactor to this man. Nigerian gave him refuge with his father and mother and siblings when the government of Jerry Rawlings kick them out of Ghana. It is this same man that is sowing the seed of disunity among Nigerians and Ghanaians. So most Ghanaians are not aware that Hassan Ayariga went to Barawa College in Zaria, in northern Nigeria, where he studied during his time in Nigeria. He hasn't disclosed this to the public, but he's very quick to incite Ghanaians against Nigeria because he has a ambition to become the president of Ghana. If Ghana as a country will stoop so low to appoint such an ineptitude, as the president of the country, that Ghana has done himself a disservice to the global community. Ghanaian president, the current president of Ghana, President Mahama, you can see the level of intelligence and eloquence when he speaks. The previous president, Nana Akufo-Addo, you could not deny the level of eloquence when this man speaks. You listen. He's brilliant in terms of communication skills. But Hassan Ayariga is just like a tout. He has no communication skills. He is so thuggish. There was when the Igbo king was having an interview in the Ghana television, he called into the show, threatening to storm the studio and attack or ensure they do not leave the studio alive. That is the kind of individual that wants to become the president of Ghana. This man is a hypocrite. He also said if he was to become the president of Ghana, foreigners will not be allowed to own assets in Ghana. No foreigner will be allowed to own lands or assets in Ghana. Come to Ghana, do your business, and exit the country. You see, he's completely ignorant of how a country is run, in how the economy of a country is managed. Maybe somebody needs to teach him basic economics. I heard he studied economics and geography. I don't know, maybe he wasn't in class. He did not read economics properly. There is a difference between GDP and GNI. GDP of a country is the total goods and service produced in a country within a particular period of time, which is usually 12 months. The gross national income of a country is the total income generated in a country, excluding taxation income plus net income from abroad. So what does that tell Hassan Ayariga, who is a completely illiterate, who is not very urbane, who is not very cerebral in terms of economic management? No country in the world can survive without foreign direct investment, without foreigners owning assets in your country. If you think Ghana can survive on its own without foreigners coming into Ghana to invest and own assets, Ghana will not be where it is today. Ghana is a small country, a smaller economy. If every foreigner was to pull up the assets and resources of Ghana, the Ghana economy will not be up to $20 billion. So somebody needs to lecture this ignorant buffoon who is inciting Ghanaians against Nigerians and other foreigners living in Ghana because he wants to become the president. He has an ambition to become the president of Ghana. He's a populist. He's just creating inciting statements. He's trying to be sensational, when he speaks, because this will get Ghanaians angry. And in the long run, we gravitate towards him when he comes to contest the next presidential election. He's trying to make the current government feel bad that the current government is not listening to the yearnings of Ghanaians. But I think Ghanaians will be so docile if they decide to elect such an ignorant, unintelligent man who has nothing to offer the country. Hassan Ayariga is an hypocrite. Nigerian has gave him refuge when he and his father, Frank Ayariga, were on exile during the time of Jerry Rawlings. He has never mentioned that. He has never mentioned that he once benefited from the country he despises today, from the citizens of the country he wants them to leave Ghana because of his enviness that Nigerians are beginning to dominate various sectors of the economy of Ghana. So he's an ignorant. So Ghanaians, be very careful of this man. If you decide to elect this man as your president in the future, you would bring shame to your nation. This man does not have the ability to have excellent communications with international leaders. He's a tout and a thug who has nothing to offer Ghanaians. That is my take. Thank you.